Ladies and gentlemen, VITALY looks like he has taken his victim, ladies and gentlemen, VITALY overcame and beat and whooped BongBong Marcos's tail, ladies and gentlemen. VITALY taking his victory bow, ladies and gentlemen. Your referee, Andrew Glenn, recognizing VITALY to be the winner. BongBong Marcos is out cold, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. VITALY wins, ladies and gentlemen. VITALY will be let go, will be freed, ladies and gentlemen, from the rat-infested, inhumane prison that the Filipino people, that the president of the Philippines puts people in, puts his own people in a rat-infested, no running water, barely any food to eat, no medical, overcrowded prisons. Mr. Catholic himself goes over to see the dead Pope but can't take care of his own people, ladies and gentlemen. BongBong Marcos wasting Filipino money to go over and see a dead guy in a casket. Yet he can't feed his own people. And he's worried about a guy taking people's hats off and carrying a fan down the hallway. But BongBong Marcos is one of those people. Don't do as I do. Do as I say is basically what he is. BongBong Marcos is a regime. BongBong Marcos doesn't care that he has 350,000 illegal aliens in the United States, the fourth leading country of illegal aliens infested into the United States, ladies and gentlemen. The three countries, ladies and gentlemen, the three countries are neighboring countries that have illegal aliens that are number 1, 2, and 3. It's Mexico, Honduras, and El Salvador. Those people walk to the United States, but yet the Filipino people make a big project out of coming to the United States, ladies and gentlemen, illegally. There's 1.4 million legal ones, which are my family. Everybody in my family is legal. Legal Filipinos from the Philippines. Some of them born here half Filipino and half, let's call it American, ladies and gentlemen. 350,000 illegal aliens. The Filipino people are nice people. Oh, wait a minute. The Filipino people are nice people, yet they're illegal aliens, 350,000 of them in the United States. The fourth leading infester. They're not all nice. I've went to some Filipino conventions. I haven't met all nice Filipinos. Maybe you have to be nice to be a Filipino if you're going to get put in jail for taking somebody's hat off. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the THRILLA in Manila, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. VITALY himself, defeating the president of the Philippines, BongBong Marcos, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Glad that's over with. Yep, to you it might not be great content, but when we edit this, and that camera right there is live, That camera's live. Matter of fact, there's 4 cameras here, ladies and gentlemen. You guys told me there's 3 cameras. It's a 4th camera right there. Unbelievable. And start showing up to work on time, or we'll get some Filipinos in here. Some of my family here, okay, are Filipino. They're scared. My family is scared of the BongBong Marcos guy. His family has a history of treating people inhumane. That's why we're doing this, ladies and gentlemen. We do UFC. But we have to do this one here. I met VITALY. VITALY is a dick. Okay? But so is BongBong Marcos. The Filipino people need to overthrow their government, ladies and gentlemen. You heard me. That's right. The Filipino people need to overthrow the government. And I don't care at all if VITALY gets out of jail or not. You don't go to other people's country and do what he did. But man, I mean, give him a year. Tops. You should give him 5 years for being on methamphetamines. He had to have it in his system when he got to jail. You should put him in jail for that. Now that's a real crime, ladies and gentlemen. At least it is here in the United States, even though I'm from Croatia. I'm the crow and the pro, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so the next piece of crap that we have up, ladies and gentlemen, is a man by the name of the Sewer King. So what the Sewer King does is he steals somebody else's identity. And it says not to steal anybody's identity and make money off of it on YouTube. You can't make money off of somebody else's image. The Sewer King takes a character from Batman, like a one-off character. Now somebody has to be deep into comics to come up with the Sewer King. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the twink himself, ladies and gentlemen. The pearl necklace wearing twink, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the Sewer King. Down, down and out, down and out, down, down and out, down and out, down. Alright, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Right there. That's your walkout, ladies and gentlemen, from the Sewer King, ladies and gentlemen. He happens to be jealous because he's a little sassy, he's a little sissy. He happens to be jealous of a girl named Nina Drama. Now, that's not her real name either, ladies and gentlemen. Nina Drama, in 2018, was a Playboy bunny. She sold at least 137 copies, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not. I mean, the Playmate before her sold a whopping 101 copies. Nina Drama just sold 137 the next month after her, breaking the 2018 record, which was 53 copies, ladies and gentlemen. So Nina Drama was a Playboy Playmate, and then she became a YouTuber pranking people, ladies and gentlemen, just like VITALY himself, but she wasn't stupid enough to go to the Philippines and take somebody's hat off, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. But right here, you have Mr. Sewer King himself. Let's get him in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. We actually had to paint him up yesterday. We were gonna go live yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Where is he? All right, ladies and gentlemen, right here, you see him. Let me see it. Yeah, you can see him there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep the light a little bit still for this one. spin them around. He has blue jeans, and if you notice the blue jeans on the Sewer King, they're kind of shiny, with a little gold sparkle. He has a pink top. Ladies and gentlemen, his typical yellow headband is on. That's not his hair. It looks like his hair. The bandana that he's wearing looks like hair. It's not hair, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a purple scarf on, headband. And if you notice,